Hi everyone, I'm here today discussing something that pertains to 800 million of us, the Romance language family. Before we can discuss the inner workings of the Romance languages, we must first conduct a thorough analysis of the origins of the family itself, which brings us back to about 2,000 years to the Roman Empire. As you may know, the main language of the Roman Empire was Latin, although there were many lesser spoken languages in the conquered lands of the Roman Empire. However, Latin is also the origin of every Romance language. When the Romans spread their borders throughout Europe and the Mediterranean, they also spread their language, which was known as Vulgar Latin, the Latin of the common people. With this Latin diaspora already established, the perfect situation was set for a new language family to evolve. Around 200 CE, when Rome was beginning to decline, they could no longer maintain their borders, and thus Roman influence declined. But not Vulgar Latin. Once the Roman Empire had collapsed, there were all these areas that spoke Vulgar Latin, but without a central government to unify these areas. They naturally evolved on their own. It's kind of like if you put 1 cup of water outside on a hot day, 1 cup in a pot, and 1 cup in a freezer. The end results would all be different, despite the input being the same room temperature water. So, when we look to the Iberian Peninsula, we can see the variants of Vulgar Latin that developed there over 2 millennia. There are smaller language variants like Galician that still exist today, but the 2 main Iberian languages today are Portuguese and Castilian, better known as Spanish. Keep in mind, during linguistic evolution, each little kingdom in the Iberian Peninsula had its own dialect. So why did these 2 dialects become the dominant languages? Well, there's a saying among linguists that a language is just a dialect with an army. So let's recap. We started out with Vulgar Latin, which spread throughout the Roman Empire. When the Roman Empire falls, there's no power structure to enforce linguistic uniformity, so changes develop. Soon enough, we have very many Romance languages. However, most people can only name a few due to a few dialects becoming prominent thanks to political forces, rather than purely linguistic evolution.